Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. Welcome to the Video Game Fight School channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, on the news cycle, we have PlayStation State of Play that's going to be on Wednesday, which is actually very soon. It's the 27th of October. I think this is the promised date. I went ahead and looked it up just to be certain because usually these State of Plays, I think I've seen them on different days, or maybe it was other PlayStation events that they did on other days of the week that was convenient for them. But one of the things that a lot of people have been talking about is the list or the roster of games that will be featured when this event starts. Now, here's the really cool thing about all of this. You don't necessarily always know what the state of game will produce, and some people are looking forward saying maybe we'll see something about Gotham Knights in this State of Play event. If you were to ask me, I don't know. I don't think it's likely that we would see something on that front, but they did say that there are other third-party games that would show up. So in the news reports that have talked about the State of Play, they mentioned that this is also going to feature other third-party games that are on the roster. So that's probably why a lot of people are proposing that, perhaps we may see Gotham Knights on that platform and on that forum. Now, here's the thing. It doesn't necessarily matter if we were to see something of that nature, but, State of Play is such a short, event, and I don't think even if we saw something regarding Gotham Knights, it would answer a lot of the questions that a lot of the fans have. I mean, think about it. What are the questions that fans have? What have we been asking for? We wanted to see a bigger breakdown of mechanics, a bigger breakdown of a few more things. The only way I think that question could be answered in a situation like State of Play is if they maybe brought together something like a huge gameplay segment that was akin to the way they showed Horizon Forbidden West, and I think this is what's necessarily going to answer the question. But nonetheless, if we don't see anything like that, then I don't know if it'll be helpful or if it'll be valuable or beneficial in order to answer the questions that fans have, because the thing that I think has plagued Gotham Knights more than anything else is the extensive silence and extensive delays that this game has had. If you think about its origins, from the time that we started hearing rumors that Warner Brothers Games Montreal was working on some Damian Wayne game that got canceled, there hadn't really been enough of anything to help us know what exactly was in the works. And so this is why the game kind of found itself in a place where it was surrounded more by questions than any answers. Now, when you consider all of this, you probably get a good understanding as to what the developers get to show and what the community and the audience members are kind of looking for. But regardless, if we see any presentation for Gotham Knights at the State of Play event, it will be definitely a welcome one nonetheless, even though it may not be something that answers the questions for fans. Now, here are also a few things that you have to take into consideration as well. Warner Brothers' strategy overall is probably going to be influential in all of this. So right now, it's not necessarily clear which game is going to be coming out first. So for example, Ubisoft, you can kind of pinpoint their strategy. Whenever they have a new game coming out, they try their best not to make too many big announcements related to their other games that are older. So unless the game is probably a year or less old, then you're going to see, new communications, new marketing, maybe new and different types of ads and previews and trailers that come with them. But usually the newest game gets the preference on the forefront. But now that Suicide Squad has been announced to be releasing in 2022, it's kind of vague and it's hard to kind of say, okay, what point are we going to be seeing more Gotham Knights aspects in terms of what Warner Brothers is going to be bringing forward? If you notice, though, it's actually very interesting to see how this dynamic actually works with Warner Brothers. So think about this. So Gotham Knights and Suicide Squad are being talked about, right? So it tells us that both games are coming very soon. And the only challenge that we have is which one's going to be coming first. Everybody would guess Gotham Knights, but you never know. Rocksteady's been doing a lot of work nonetheless. Now think about other games like Hogwarts Legacy. We haven't heard much about that game since then. It wasn't even discussed at the DC Fandom event, even though, yes, it's not a DC IP, but on other fronts, no one has really been talking about it all this while. So that tells us that Warner Brothers seems to have the strategy where this game, is probably on the back burner so that Gotham Knights and Suicide Squad can share the spotlight. So at least you can see that kind of a sequential thing going on with Warner Brothers' own strategy, and you can see it with other video game companies. But right now, it seems like Suicide Squad and Gotham Knights are somewhat in the mix, and we can't necessarily tell which one's going to be coming out before the other. So if maybe we see both of them as State of Play, maybe we'll see one of them as State of Play, it will probably give us a better picture as to how this is all going. But I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Do you think we're going to be seeing anything at State of Play, or do you think it's just something where you would rather just wait till the Video Game Awards, which is a bigger, longer event where we can actually see more? I would love to hear your thoughts as you basically process all of this stuff. So thank you guys so much for watching the video. I appreciate you all so much. I really do want to say I'm very grateful for the amount of support you guys have shown this channel. Thank you very much. Talk to you guys soon. Peace out.